luxurious thing you can invest in is your mind and your well-being. Anybody that values material things more than this work I'm talking about, you've missed it. I'm very direct. I'm very fierce. I work with the people that actually own the entire factory that produce these things, these material things. We produce things that when I sit around, we are talking about millions of dollars in investing in production capacity, not $50, not 100, like to sell, to distribute. So I will call you out to say the most luxurious, wealthiest, valuable side of you is not your shoe and your handbag or the house. It is your mind, your heart, your body. That is the most wealthiest thing you have. That is where wealth domain, the zip code of wealth, is inside you, welling up to eternal life. You are the wealth. You carry the wealth. You carry destiny. You carry the power to prosper. It's you. But the world has programmed you to see your shoe as more important than you. And guess what? The mind will continue to throw thousands of dollars to Gucci. But when I say join my academy, guess what that mind will say? You know it. You'll give it to Netflix. Easily. Because you've been programmed. That's part of the programming of the society, right? Consumerism is a program. What I'm trying to tell you too is be a productive member of the society, and producers invest. Consumers consume, producers invest. So when consumers that have been programmed to say, oh, shoe, Gucci, you're carrying other people's names, instead of people carrying your name, I have my own name brands. I have lipstick brands. I'm not talking to you about lipstick right now. It's easy to sell consumer because the world has been programmed. If I just tell you I have my own trademark of brands, but that's not what I'm talking about now. It's easy to tell you lipsticks, lotions, and potions because you've been programmed to value those things. I don't have to spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours preaching to you to look good, to use lipstick, to let your brows be fit. No. But what is happening is part of the hijack is the devaluing of the human, the devaluing of self. They devalue you, and then they tell you for you to raise your value, you need a cloth. You need this. I work with nations. Nigeria is one of the top luxury producers of leather goods from cows. We have conversations with government. It's the second export next to oil of Nigeria, the largest nations of Black people in the world, right? Next to oil, the most money that nation makes is leather goods. Cow hides, tannery, 21 tanneries in Nigeria. I'm involved in those conversations. If you want, by the way, if you want to import leather goods, come and meet me. We will go to the tannery. That's another topic. They are the ones supplying Louis Vuitton. All the luxury French things, right? Cocoa coffee comes from Africa. The source of that is powering economies in the world comes from the continent. But the wealth is not built in raw. The wealth is built in value addition and processing. And the same thing is true with human life. You all carry the seed of greatness, but your value is when you invest in yourself. Okay. I will give you my preaching. I will preach. I will preach. Sky says, I need this. But what type of education do you need? That's the education I've packed, designed at the Quantum Leap Academy. Listen, my husband is a university professor. He teaches at university. My late father was part of establishing 2 Nigerian universities. When I started seeing all these things years ago, I realized this is not one class, this is not 2 class. We have to unpack and rewire ourselves. So what I created is a school. And I invite you to enroll today at the current price. I'm not going to say the price because when people are watching this, the price may have multiplied. So I'm not going to put any price out there. But check us, my first name, my last name .academy. That's my school. That's my body of work. I'm releasing things that the most scholarly people in the world, they don't know what I'm telling you. They don't. They don't. So this is the best. World best. Anyway, any other thoughts or questions? I really appreciate your presence. If there's anything else I discuss, you see, one of the things I do, and he knows me, I occupy very powerful places. And one of the things I do, which is part of, maybe I'll call it skills endowment assignment, is I come and whatever is being stowed at the top of the house, I will program it and come and I'll come to my student and say, government this, government that, this is this, right? Because part of the things I do have is I realize the disconnect between the conversations happening among world leaders and then the conversations happening on the streets of clubhouse, internet, and everything. There's a big disconnect, very, very massive disconnect. And so, someone like myself, I care enough to it's part of my own body of work that I've dedicated myself to be designing this, to be teaching, right? My school and everything like that. That's my own life body. That's my own contribution to enlighten, to help this supernatural upgrade that God is challenging us, because the machines, AI is getting more investments. You see, nobody is talking about let's upgrade the education system of humans. Do you realize that? Do you know that there's no public discourse now to level up the curriculum in the school to prepare humans for the future of the world? They are not. But all the billions of dollars is going into, right, Elon Musk brain project, chips to implant chips, right, in humans, mind control, right, and then automation, right. So everything humans were trained to do by the school. Do you see that everything is being disrupted? AI is getting more investments than our education. Nobody's even talking about how should humans be educated to be able to still remain superior today and tomorrow. No, the way it's happening is the machines are going to get smarter. They're going to do all the things you got trained to do. And then what will you be doing with your life? Depending, it's your duty to upgrade yourself until they decide to prioritize human education again. You prioritize you and invest in you. Set yourself free, create your own economy that is literally independent, because people don't know where the world is going. You really don't know what tomorrow is going to build. And the systems of the world are adjusting and shifting big time. Trust me, in the rooms, people know the dollar, the power of the dollar. Do you know the conversations happening among the people who keep their foreign, right? Foreign wealth fund in dollar? They are de-dollarizing the world. Do you follow that? The strength of the dollar, the world is coming after it. Do you know that? I'm not somebody, I don't want to preach, oh, this. No, I'm not one of those people that bring negativity. So the most positive thing I can challenge people to do, your mind, your heart, your body, feed it things that will make you more powerful in the future, not less powerful. Because the systems that control the world today, people are coming after it. And when those things come down, bank runs, whether it's the dollar, whether it's the economy as you know it, build your own economy. Gain the skills that allows you to still be well. That's my message. So I'm not one to say, oh, this, no. Please, let's bring it back. I will hand it on positivity. Know this enough. Because I'm a futurist. In the church, you talk it, you call it prophecy. In the business, we say futurist strategies. You see, some of the things you are seeing today, 6-7 years ago is when I called it about Africa and this and that and that. It is a skill to see 5, 6, 7 years ahead and to start warning people. God uses some of us. This thing is too real. It may not be real to you, but this is why I build what God is saying. Prepare people, educate people, teach people how to be well no matter where the world is going, because the world is being dragged into a place that humans will suffer emotionally, right? Because of the way we are wired. You see a news, if you don't know how to protect your mind and remove your eyes from that news, your body experiences it. So guarding your heart, renewing your heart is how you're going to be well no matter what's going on out there. And you cannot control what's going on out there. Look at the election and all of those things. All you can do is to develop these skills in my school. It's a priority. Develop the skills to make sure your mind is not under mind control and to make sure your energy is not powering somebody else's life, but is powering the future God has for you. See, I'm going upping on this. Is there anything else I can say, Ahmed, that I've not said?
No, I really appreciate you. Seriously, I really do.
It's making us think, right? I can sense that you are really thinking. Talk through
No,
that.
100%,
Talk through that.
100%, because everything that you said about education, and I mean, I guess it's being democratized, like everything else, like where like platforms like yours, where people can actually really gain the skills necessary. Like I saw you do a video on emotional intelligence, reparenting, right? I think that's one that I saw on YouTube,
Yes.
and it's like these are all super important pieces in us being able to gain the success and be able to be actual what's it called upstanding individuals in our communities, right? And there's no way to get this information except for platforms like this. So I mean, even though I mean I think it's I mean it's in the hands of the private right now when it comes to education, because every like even right now so in addition to your course, I'm taking the sponsorship course, because my live events. I'm doing my best to go ahead and build our revenue based on sponsorship.
I also have a class on investors, attracting investors in the Quantum Leap Academy. I did a class on investors and the millionaire mindset. So that is something, knowing what you're doing and where you're going and how diligent you are. I want you to start thinking like a millionaire, because that's how you're going to create it. You have the tools, you have the you have the solid, because I've seen, again, like I was sharing with people, you and I have done some things together. So I know your drive, I know your capacity, but I want you to set your gaze on something bigger for yourself. Start calling yourself a millionaire, because everything in your hand does have the capacity to earn you millions of dollars. I don't know if you've seen that yet. Do you see that of yourself?
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it. Now I need it in my hands.
Yes, and by the way, can I okay, I'm going to dish something just because of her man, not you all. This is just for him, but you're just a fly. You're just listening. When we value businesses, because becoming a millionaire, I don't want you to think in terms of cash flow. I want you to think about assets, valuation. Okay? This is why I teach build a brand that is valuable, that holds equity, because that's what you can sell. So how we calculate valuation of a business is not just in cash flow. This is the mentality of that people don't understand in the equity investment space. Don't think like an employee that is only thinking about the salary. Think as an owner, an asset owner, the value of what you build, the brand you build, the reputation you build. This is what is being traded on the stock market. Do you all understand it? Stickers, the stickers that people pour money into publicly when we talk about brand. The brand itself that doesn't do anything, okay, can be multi-billion dollar brand, can be commanding billions of dollars on the public market. Brand is a concept of imagination. Just like your money, your dollar, the money in your hand, when it is printed, trust me, that paper came from a tree. But the imposition of value by the government that printed it, in our imagination, that's what gives it value. If that value is removed, that is just a piece of paper, the same paper that created your tissue paper created that same tree. So there is an internal concept, guys. That's why I say you're just a fly. It's because of Hamed I'm downloading this special thing to you guys. Tell him thank you. How you're going to influence the perception of your work is where all the money is. That's why I teach skills, communication skills, branding, marketing, this, because they're all built on this thing. But if you don't even value yourself, who is going to value you more than you value you? Nobody. Nobody. Particularly your creativity. Listen, when you create something, when you bet a baby, it is for you to name your baby and to tell the whole world how to treat your baby. If you devalue your baby, everybody will slap your baby for you. What I'm this principle, I'm teaching you, I'm teaching you the secrets of the whole world. Your job Not only to value yourself, but you are the one that gives value to everything you create by how many people know about you, understands you, and the space you occupy in the hearts and the minds of people, energetics. This is where wealth is created and transformed into money. How intangible things is used to transact with men, to convert with money. What you will use to exchange. You want money, what you will bring, you must raise the vibration of everything you manifest. After you've done all the work, you've created your product and services and business. Many people, this is the mistake many people, they will now be dragging their own work on the floor. And the world will help you drag it down. You did that to yourself. So if you don't know who you are, trust me, everything you create, you devalue by yourself. And the world will join you in manifesting your own belief system about you. Do you see how that thing replaces itself? So when I talk about thinking like a millionaire, you create millions of dollars inside your own productive capacity first, in your own mind. Nobody will call you a millionaire if you don't believe you're a millionaire. Nobody. And the moment you tell your mind, I'm going for the millions or whatever you go, your body will obey you and become that person. When people see you, they know. But if you are like, insecure, we see your insecurities and we run away because we only give money to secure people. Secure your own thoughts about yourself. It's a mindset thing. You create money in your own imagination before it ever shows up physically. This is part of this work that I do in my school. Nobody makes you a millionaire unless Bible will tell you everything that is received is from God. Where do you receive it? In your heart. Believe it in your heart, have faith, then you will see it physically. That's how it works. You don't see physically what you didn't believe in your heart. So I'm saying those classes, believe you are a millionaire. If you want to be a millionaire, say it to yourself. Then build the systems and the reality that will help you collect your billions and millions. That's your business concept. You do business because you believe. You create because you believe. And then you invite other people. You want to be part of this Reality Quantum Leap Academy? Join us. I'm teaching you how to recreate reality. But you do it first in your imagination, in your being. So if you think, oh, I don't have this, you manifest it. I don't have that, you manifest it. But if you say, I have it, why? Because all that matters is what God has called you to be. Anointing flows to make you manifest destiny. Why? Because it is approved in heaven. And what heaven has approved, what you declare on earth, what two or more gather, lend here on earth, is approved in heaven. When it is approved in heaven, it manifests back on earth. It ricochets, it comes back down. But first, you must decide what you want heaven to partner with you to manifest. So again, thank Ame. I'm just giving you, this is how you use these things, and I teach it. So when I start saying millionaire coaching, let us teach you how to think like a millionaire, because you need to think like a millionaire to become a millionaire. You don't become a millionaire if you don't think like a millionaire, because you are the one to create. And part of the secret is not just cash flow, is equity, valuation. And what you invest in, when people say personal brand, this, where does the money flow? Money flows into value. But you create value by your own investment. So increase your value. Increase the value of your products, your services, your brand, your name, everything. That's what money is looking for. Endorsements. You talked about sponsorship.
Right.
Where's the sponsorship? Is saying you are bringing value, bring money. When anybody that is bringing value will be matched with money. We buy the things that are valuable. Your job is to, so what value have you ascribed to your assignment? Because that's what you should be investing in, and then invite other people to invest in. You don't invest in it, nobody's investing in you. So Hame, I just anyway. Okay. It's a good.
100%.
Good. Just believe. Carry yourself. That's what I'm saying. I know you enough. I've seen your moves. And one of the beautiful things about Emma is When I tell him, do this, the next time I see him, he has implemented everything and he's getting the benefits. Right? Amen.
100%. I'm over here taking notes, and that's a fact.
And
He
he's
will
taking
manifest it.
and he's taking my course. So I know him. One of you I trust him. If I tell him, go to this person, this bank, the next time he's coming with testimony, he's an action taker. He's an action taker. So part of it is just embody the truth of the wealth within you. That's the first thing. And once you can do that, other people will, your physical being, this part of manifestation is many people don't understand is you embody the belief, you embody the thoughts, you embody the skills at the realms of your vibration. When you raise your vibration to your quantum leap, you're a decision away from $1 million. People don't understand, right? You're a million, you are a decision away from becoming a millionaire. You don't know. Because if you understand your divine nature, all the wealth of this world, your soul is more worthy than the entire earth. I'm going into spiritual understanding now, biblical understanding. If you don't understand that the entire wealth of this world is supposed to be your subject, you're supposed to rise or quantum leap to higher levels of manifestation and realize all the treasures of this earth is beneath you. But trust me, people who haven't quantum leaped, you've changed that dynamic. So people are enslaved by things of the earth, physical realm, instead of understanding your divine nature, that you can call things into being. That this earth is just a place that occupies divine beings. The earth will go away, but your soul lives forever. What does it profit a man? You don't get it. So you're supposed to you're supposed to first elevate yourself to the right dimension and operate out of that dimension. But if you have done the mistake, you flipped it the other way, you become a slave of anything you elevate above yourself. Bye, guys. I gotta go.
Thank you. Toyin, thank you so much.
You're welcome. This is life changing.
Okay.
Yeah. So join us. Join us today. Quantum Leap, world class, best in the world, nothing like it. You've heard Ahmed tell you we are ahead. Anybody that wants to be ahead, that wants to own the future, that wants to collect, you want to lead, you want to build legacy, I'm for you. Right? I want you to join my academy. Let's come together and do this work. Let's build a community that is moving, that is on purpose, that is purposeful, that is powerful. Listen, with or without you, I'm a force to be reckoned with. I'm saying join this train. People bring all kinds of things to me that I only give my community members. That's why I said thank Ame. Ame has invested in my programs before. So I'm giving him top up for his own investments. See my point? I know him. He's an action taker. We only work with action taker. He works with government. I've told him do this. He's done many things and he's reaped benefit. He won't tell you, but he's telling me the next thing now. And I'm saying the next thing I also see for him is turn this game into $1 million game. Don't be playing tens and cents. The realm at which you need to go after, there's a gap, there's an opening, there's a space for Ame in what he's doing that he needs to be pursuing as a millionaire, not an order taker. Because many people becomes employees of their own reality because they're applying employee mindset instead of wealth builder mindset. You see, my book, Mindset of an Entrepreneur, change your mindset so that you don't create a reality where you become an employee again in your own life. That's how you do it. Get your game on. In fact, part of the millionaire coaching, I tell you, what life do you want? If you want to fly private jets, say it. This is how it is created. The people who are flying private jets, they are not better than you. They know more than you and they are doing more than you. That's all the difference. If you know what they know and you do what they do, you will get, life is like that. Private jets is not, is private jets above you? If you think so, it is. For me, see, okay. Call forth. What do you want? Call forth. I want this. Now, your mind will calculate what it will take, and this is where action is required. Where action is required is when you tell your mind, I want this, I want that, I want to vibrate, I want to manifest at this level. Your mind will now put forward a shopping list. Okay, in order to build this house, you need this plumber, this. It will bring the shopping list. Imagine when the shopping list comes to you and it says join Stoyin School Academy. Then you are like, you don't want to release energy. You don't want to leave because you are looking for only free. You will make your mind suffer because the information that your mind needs, that is looking for to help you manifest, when you hold back, you don't feed your mind the knowledge. You refuse to nurture your mind at the realm that will help it become. You now did that to yourself. That's the thing. Because you need your mind to have confidence to say, I can. And it needs abilities. It needs knowledge. Your mind eats knowledge. Just like your body eats food. Your mind needs high vibration thoughts and right. Just like the things I just spoke to Ame. Do you know what that costs? Do you know what that would do for his psyche? Do you know how that would change his life forever? Your mind needs to hear stories of excellence. You need to be every day, you need to be telling yourself the truth of higher vibration. And that stuff is expensive. Motivation, inspiration, daily whining yourself, education. The type of thoughts that will rewire you into excellence and delete doubts and insecurities. That's what is expensive. What is cheap is everything you can find on social media. And trust me, my school is not on social media. I give, yes, it's not on social media. I give more value than anybody else you'll find in the world publicly. I do. Even my city, I have a TV show. Just as I'm speaking to you, I have weekly TV show for my city, South, right, the western suburb of Chicago. But my school is not on social media. It's not. And those who say they only want to give their future social media, you manifest what social media can give you. But I tell you, millionaires are not trained on social media. We use social media to distribute our message. I will say, use social media, don't let it use you. We use social media to do what we want it to do. I have classes in my school on how to use social media to manifest prosperity. I have it there. I will teach you. I'm using social media now. In fact, I'm broadcasting in how many dimensions. I will use it. That's why I can stay this long. Because when this is done, all this recording is going to be distributed to at least 7 dimensions. So I'm not wasting my time. I'm creating digital assets. Come 2 years ago, somebody will watch this. I use it. I've trained myself to use it to create assets. Remember I talked about assets, valuable things. You see all the value I'm packing in this thing on purpose. On purpose. Nobody's making me do it. And I'm maximizing my time because I've trained myself. If I want to do it, I'll do it in such a way that I'm on Instagram, I'm on Clubhouse, I'm on YouTube, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm in 3 places on Facebook at the same time. I've invested the capacity so that when I sit down, I don't want to be rushed. But when I'm done, I close it, I move it to I've created an asset that will continue to produce now and in the future for me. I teach it. I teach the things I do. Don't let people be using you. So the hours I'm using now is an investment. Some people will use this amount of hours to scroll on TikTok, and TikTok won't give them anything back. But I've stayed this long because I know this stuff is an asset to me and it is valuable to anybody that takes time out and digests it. Win-win. So I'm not wasting my time, and I hope you know you are not wasting your time. This is how we build assets. When I invest time and energy, there will be something left over that still continue to win for me and win for you. But when you spend 4 hours on TikTok and you walk away, what did you walk away with? What's the return on that time investment when all is said and done? So I'm very intentional. Yes, I will talk, but I know I'm building something that is valuable. I will pour my heart, I will engage, I will answer questions, and trust me, anybody that touches this thing, their life will change for good. That I will create, and it is worth investing in. This is worth investing in. So yes, but trust me, somebody else today has spent the same amount of time scrolling on social media and walking away with depression. anxiety. Oh, they are rich, they are not rich, with a conclusion that makes you weaker, not stronger. But if you spend time on this video, hopefully you feel stronger, free to pursue what God is telling you to pursue. That's the game. And then you want the skills, you want to train under my leadership, click, join, and the work continues. It continues. Hey, sis, good to see you. Word. Say what? Yes, yes, I'll deliver the word. Welcome to church. So this is real. For me, I hope you realize it's real for me. It's so real. It's so real. Don't hold back from your future. Don't hold back at all, at all. And don't program yourself for failure. You see one of the things I'm very careful of when people say fail fast. Whoo! Never say that. If you are my student, please never ever declare that over your life. What I say you should declare is learn fast. Right? Learn fast, because you struggle at doing the things you did not train yourself for. Many of the struggle, you can eliminate struggle when you learn. Many people are failing to learn, or they are learning in the wrong places. They are learning from the wrong teachers that cannot help them, teachers that also ensnare them. Anybody that makes you feel weak, when you walk away from them, you are more confused than when you started. Run away. I'm giving you permission to run from those people. If you notice the way I always teach or host anything, I try to go at a realm of comprehension. I don't want to confuse you. My intention is not to confuse anybody. I want you to walk away having clarity, right? And comprehension and understand, because I trust everybody watching me that you are smart. You are smart. You are intelligent being. I trust that. But if you hold back knowledge from an intelligent being, the intelligent being is not empowered for greatness. That's why God gave us the Bible. You need to know more about you, right? You need to know more about you, about the world system, for you to understand how to navigate it in a way that favors you and favors me. That's why this is important. That's why I'm nudging, I'm repeating myself, right? So that somebody gets this, right? Don't fail, please. As a divine being, don't activate failure over your own mind. Don't let your mind hear you say those things. The world can be preaching it out there, but I tell you, the richest people, they don't let their own children fail. They invest, they give money, they make sure their children does not fail. Nepotism is a real thing. They recommend to their gov body. They don't let their children, but yet guess what? They'll put it on social media, fail fast. Don't ever believe that stuff. Another one you don't want to believe as a woman, don't ever say there's a glass ceiling over your head. You are limiting yourself if you believe that stuff. So there are many lies on the streets. As a divine being, it is beneath you. Some people say, oh, this, don't let those things hijack your destiny. God didn't make a mistake to make you the person that he has made you. You are made for greatness. Everywhere your leg touches, you own it. Manifest greatness everywhere you go. I'm speaking now as a minister of God's, right? You will see me, I will say this, but now I'm speaking as a preacher. If you are a Christian, don't put words in your mouth the Lord didn't put in your mouth. Don't speak over your life and put yourself in a cage and bind yourself again to the yoke of bondage. Christ has set you free. Be free in your mind, in your thinking, in your being. Delete lies. Embrace the truth. Be free to manifest your highest, fullest potential. I want to see you at the top. I want to see you in the rooms. When I say, come to my event and come and meet my ambassadors, my government officials. Come boldly. Come boldly. I want to see you sharp, collecting money. I want you to see, this is what I'm preparing. I host spaces where the world leaders show up. Government are always saying, Tony, what does your community need? We have this grant, we have this program. They're constantly sending it to me. And I'm saying, which community? The community that doesn't want to build itself, that doesn't want to gather together, that doesn't want to do life together, that only wants to do free chips and cookie and just Netflix and chill. Is that the community that will build wealth? No. If you don't like my work, you have to fall in love with this truth I'm sharing. Please fall in love with it. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with it. Because I'm telling you, there are many things I can't say, but the ones I can say, I'm saying here. There are many things I put in my school I can't say publicly. There are some classes I may have taken. I will tell you the secrets. It's in my course. I will tell you by the course. Enroll, learn. Because it's hidden. The ones I can say public, I'm a public figure. The ones I can't say, right? I won't mention nation. I won't say anything. But in my classes, when you are privately opening those classes, you will open your mouth and say, Toyin. But you won't see it on social media. No. But I will tell you as much as I can. But then it's up to you if you want to know the truth about who you are and teach yourself the skills for manifestation. It's up to you. You see, I'm unpacking my own stuff daily. You see, when you see me showing up, I'm showing up for my own. That's what I'm saying. There are some things you have to show up for daily, daily, daily. Open your shop every day. Let God trust you enough that you commit to that destiny. The destiny you commit for is the one God will help you manifest. You don't commit, it will be there waiting for you. Or ideas whose time has come, you see other people manifesting. And I knew I could have built this. These are the things. Ideas want people who believe in it and want to manifest in it. Word, you have been doing an amazing job. Yes, listen, I'm teaching you practical things because I'm not going to tell you anything to do anything I'm not doing. Whenever you show up, you grow up. Tweet that. When you show up, you grow up. When they say go to the gym and exercise, it's only people who exercise that muscles will build. You see, you can be imagining yourself exercising. You can be planning to go to the gym. But if you don't pick the weights and exercise, we won't see the muscles. We will still be seeing the skinny you, no muscles, no flat ab, no six ab, no eight abs, whatever that abs is. We won't see it. It's just a fiction of your imagination. When you show up, you grow up. You grow up. And if you don't show up, you'll still be speaking at the maturity level you embody. So one of the reasons God will tell you to show up every day is to prepare for destiny. I'm telling you the secret is that when God wants to promote you, he will tell you to be showing up every day. It's a preparation. Joseph had to prepare. Everybody is prepared for the crown. David had to prepare. Everybody has to be prepared. Where's your own gym? Quantum Leap Academy. Because suddenly, my students will say, I got a contract with World Bank. Suddenly, they will say, I'm doing this contract with this state government. Suddenly. But because they prepared, and they will tell me, I couldn't do this before. Yes, prepare yourself for the places you need to occupy, to go and collect. But if you don't prepare, don't blame God. Please. Enough of that, because in the church, I tell people, don't blame God for anything anymore. There's a blank check for God's children now to come and collect, occupy spaces across board. Across. I'm in those rooms where literally I won't talk too much about. Just go and watch my TV show where I interview government officials. I tell them, come, tell us the grants, the programs, the free things you are sharing. I occupy, or I'm appointed to certain governmental things. We see it. Whatever is released, federal, states, they tell us, do you want to travel internationally? Oh, by the way, Amer, you may want to know this. See, Amer is making me drop some good stuff. So, Amer, one of the things I may recommend for you, when is the next travel stuff you want to plan for your people to Liberia?
It'll be June 2025, actually.
Okay, so one thing I want you to do, you can give this value to anybody that signs up, where you can apply for their travel to be covered at least 80% traveled by your state government. But you have to apply ahead of time. So you can create a trade mission when you are bringing Americans into Liberia, but the US government will cover at least 80% of that cost, including travel, exhibition costs, like anything that is tied to business. Remember, I've told you before, anything you want to do, even though there's cultural dimension, when you want to participate in all of this opportunity, include the business side. As long as they have products and services they want to bring to Liberia that is US made, there are certain things you can do where there are certain grants. There's a name. I'll reach out to me privately. I'll give you the name. And if you tell me which states they're coming from, my contacts can get you the representative of each state. And basically, you just talk about, right, mission to Liberia, and then you put in there are certain things you have to write in there, and then you tell how many people, and they can cover, if it's 10 people, if it's 15 people, at least 80% of the cost of the travel to Liberia and the business functions, right? And so
Wow.
they will cover, I mean, they cover sometimes 3,000, 5,000, whatever. So even that trip itself, as long as it's a business trip, that's what I'm saying. As long as it's a business trip, it's not vacation. It's not let's go and eat Liberian food. As long as it is let's go and make money and distribute US made products and services, and those people are American citizens, they are eligible for their trip, international trip, for expanding US into other dimensions, including Africa. They are entitled to at least 80% coverage of that trip, but it has to be organized, and you have to apply for it. But most of the time, there's a lot of money people are not collecting because people don't know. They don't know. They don't know. So you can then put that as part of your package, so that if people know that their flights, business flight and all of those things, 80% of, if they are going to spend $5,000 and 80% is covered, that's a goodie. You can't make that up. And then what you can then do is they can then pay for your services. You see, you can then make what you save them money, but then for you organizing and coordinating, doing all of those things, you can do exhibition, you can do events. Then in a way the government pays you something like that, right? Because if they are doing exhibition, instead of them paying for your exhibition, the government pays for that. So that way there's a win-win between you and them, and then the government. Make sense?
I love it.
You guys just saw when I'm doing one-on-one with my people, we call people in important places, we connect and we do all those things behind. You are just observing that. Mr. Boss said I was about to close out. This is another one of our mighty sister. You and a man need to connect. Oh, these are my people.
Yes, we're gonna connect.
Okay. So a
I
man,
think you're trying to say something. You skipped a thought.
which one?
You're saying if you're a tailor or something. Did you say something like that?
I don't know. I've said a lot.
You
A man made me share some things behind the scenes that I won't share publicly, but no, I can't remember. But if you remember, we can talk about it private. These people have my number, they have my email. But Abosede, Ame, you guys can figure something out, because Miss Abosede, as she's doing a lot of stuff, investment property. Ahmed does real estate, does different things. He's an American living in Liberia, but he's cross. He does a lot of stuff. And Mr. Bosede is in New Jersey. But both of you never know. You are both in the community, in the trade, in the international trade community. So you can DM each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I love to connect.
Follow each other.
Okay, I'll inbox you. I'll DM you right now.
Yeah. So yeah, so we vibrate at the realm of anyway. Wow, guys, thank you. Coach, did you skip something? No, I didn't. I don't know what I skipped. God bless you. Thank you. I take all the blessings. Guys, bless me, please. I say bless you. I say yes, oh. I need all the blessings, please, guys. I need all the blessings. And I need all the money. You see, my mouth, I will ask. Join I have two communities. One is international trade. There are governments there. There are private sector. That's where people buy and sell. Pitch. We do classes in trade and investment facilitation. That's advanced international stuff, events. And then we have the Entrepreneurs Academy. Why did I do the academy? Is because the international trade space is where my work, right? Negotiating at the highest levels. And over years, I've realized that if you don't come in with top-notch business skills, business mindsets, to come and collect, I always say come and collect, then you just sit around. It doesn't do anything. People see opportunities, but your job is to convert opportunities into transaction. Everybody say, oh yeah, there's opportunities, but only skills will help you convert opportunities into transaction, which is what exactly I have done. This is what I have done differently than I'm saying. When I left corporate, there are many people I met in this landscape that is so erratic, crazy. People are here jumping around. I'm like, no, I'm not about to do that crazy upping around. Many people tell me, Tony, listen, the world is open to me. Fly here, fly there, fly there, fly there. Ah, this. I'm like, hey, you see this life? Mr. Boss said they knows. I used to joke. I say no wrinkles. I spent too much money on lotions and potions on my face and my well-being. No, I'm not. Money is chasing me. You will come to me. I'm just telling you my own the way I think. Everybody say, come to this, come to this country, come, fly this. I'm like, I'm not about to wear myself out. I love my life, my real life so much. See, that's why I'm approachable. That's the beauty. That's one of the reasons I can relate in this way is that I love the deliciousness of my real life. I love it. I don't derive my identity from all these things. This is an assignment which I take seriously. Whether you do, you don't do, my life. People who throw red carpets for me, fly me in private jets. I love it. I love, some people will say, is it this easy life or whatever it is? I have worked at the high by Fortune 1, working for the biggest company in the world. I do stuff with government. I do stuff um, Wall Street, right? Ringing the bell, NASDAQ. I do public stuff. I've done the heights. I do that. And I've decided who I want to be, how I want to do my thing. And the life I want to live. That's why I tell you, decide that and then use your business to support your life. Design a business that will support who you want to be and how you want to live. So nobody can be moved. Like, listen, if you want me to stand up like this and come to your place, it's money you use to carry me. You will use good money to beg me to come and carry me and say to you, come and visit us. You use money. It's money you use to carry me. And first class, minimum first class ticket or private jet, you use to carry me like this. Like you will take care of me. You will treat me with so much care and tender. That's the only thing that I move for today. Because before I've moved a lot, I've done all these kind of things. President is coming, you go to New York. This person is coming, I do it. Now they are the one come and call me, consult with me. And if you want to carry me, carry me with money. Don't you all like that? I must say, don't you want people to carry you with money? So people who want to carry wife, is it not money you will use? You carry good things with your money. See, I'm being fun. I love this kind of things, right? Simple. We'll talk good things, but trust me, real life is whatever you make it to be. Right? It's whatever you make it to be. So yeah, I've had to re-engineer everything, redesign everything because I see it's so disorganized. I served as a strategist organizing the most complex system for the biggest companies. And then I come out here and people are like, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, calm down. If you build something, let people know where you are. They will come and find you. How many people can you chase? I'm giving you another thing I teach in my school. But people don't want to build. You see, that's what's happening. People are chasing opportunities, but they don't want to build. They don't want to build the type of impact that will draw people to them. So people travel from the world to me. Right? Why? Because when we build an old spaces that is high value, high vibration. Like you the heights. But it takes years to get here. All these classes I'm teaching, years and years that you are just experiencing now. Years and years and years and years and years. But when you build it, you can rest a little bit. But if you don't build it, you can just be running around for the right forever. That's why I help people structure their business in a way where there's equity, ownership, and transferable assets. So that's why when I say I'm creating assets, I don't use my time to waste it. Listen, creating assets is a decision. So that whatever you put your time to, when you walk away, you created something that will last. That's what. So I'm very deliberate. I won't just be putting things. That's why I said my school is not social media. It's not, because the real school is here to stay. Will the Success Accelerator help a non-profit owner? Absolutely. Listen, 10,000%. The difference between a non-profit owner and a for-profit business owner is that you are delivering value to people that cannot pay you, but you have to have partners that will fund what it takes to generate the value you are giving the people you care about that they cannot afford you. For profit is that the cost of producing the value, the person who eats my food will pay for that food. But you are feeding people that somebody else is paying for. So actually, your own work is more. You have to do more work than for profit, because not only are you delivering value, you have to go and look for people that will still pay for that value. So your people relationship must be on point, and you must raise the vibration. So you have many customers, right? Not only do you have to convince people to take this, you then have to also treat your investors, sponsors, donors, right? They are the most important in that your venture. That's what sustains what you're doing. So absolutely, right? That level one success accelerator is for whether you're a business owner or you're not. In fact, if you are even listen, it will quantum leap you. Anything you're doing, it changes the game for you. So yeah, absolutely, it changes the game. So for profit, not for profit, anybody can take the level one success accelerator. It's a lot of stuff. Like everything I share today is life stuff. You can apply it in any dimension that you exist in, right? So thank you for that question. I think I've beaten this thing all over the place, right? Eda, thank you. I've beaten this, I've beaten it, right? And I know if you're team replay, welcome, drop your comment. I come in, let's engage as well. And may I appeal and beg you all, send this to at least one person. Can I ask for that? After watching it, spread the joy. This needs to, everybody needs this kind of enlightenment. Hi, Ruth. Hi again. Yes. Can you do that for me? Signing up for the course. Hey, when you come in, you see us, okay? We'd love to see you. So welcome in. Yes, join the school. Listen, yes, we're growing. And you can meet other people. Yes, we are growing. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome. Let's start welcoming people from all over the world. We are going to, like, trust me, every of my students, they have all kinds of things to show, stories to tell. I pray they will tell their own stories. Mr. Evo said all of them. That's why they can come up, and but they have their own stories of what they are doing and how this thing is a game changer. You're not going to find this anywhere else. Promise you. Trust me. So yes, I look forward to seeing you and welcoming you when you join the academy. Absolutely, and then showing you around as well. Listen, the only reason we've got this because my people are waving and making signs here. Just subscribe. Yes, we're growing. One. Where are you joining from? Yes, just yes, subscribers are joining. We're going to welcome you guys. Start joining, guys. Start joining. This is it. Listen, all things are possible to them that believe. Yes. Oh, my people are sending me love. Listen, let's try. Maybe we should throw a signing in party. Amen. I must say that maybe all of you start telling your story about whatever you gained, whatever who you were before you joined. Baltimore, welcome. Maybe we should do that, Mr. Boss said, because my people have stories. Say what you want to say.
Yes, keep joining. Please keep joining. We need to grow.
See,
because I'm actually doing a business back home in Nigeria. Like I said the other time, I said, you know what? We need more of us. Do you understand? So we can talk to people what it takes. You understand?
The real stuff.
To bring in investors. You understand? To change the perspective. To preach more of aid. You understand? To create more of a trade, trade versus aid. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
You know, to change the mindset of people so we can grow the continent
Mm-hmm.
as a whole. So we need more people.
Amen.
We need more leaders. We
Yes,
need
we
to come
do.
up.
We do. We
We need to
do.
be enlightened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
To train other people back home.
Yes. And the
Yeah,
truth,
that's it.
the truth is that, one of my other students DM'd me on Instagram and was like, coach, I want to volunteer with you. You are doing so much. What can I do to help you? I said, what skill do you have? He just told me. I was like, thank you, thank you. And then he said, can we be advertising more? We need to advertise more. So he is inside. That's why I told my students, like, those who are enjoying this goodie, they are like, everybody needs this. That's what they're saying, right? And I'm like, yeah, tell your friends. Me, I'm telling everybody, but other people need to hear from you. That's one. The second thing that is also important for people to realize is that we are at a time where whenever there is disruption, economic disruption, we actually see it as an opportunity. So don't join the crowd of people that are whining, complaining, because emotion is what determines wealth transfer. Because if you can navigate reality with a clear mind, when you have control over your mind, you can actually see and participate in opportunities more. But if you are locked into naysaying, that's all you'll be manifesting. So don't join, remove yourself from the club that is constantly talking about what is not working in the economy. And move yourself, join the club where literally we are using the same thing people are saying is not working. We are using it to our advantage, because for the first time ever, literally, governments are begging people to be part of the wealth creation, because many people don't want to do the work anymore of growing an economy. Hear me well. Maybe this is why I've stayed to this long. Only people who stay to this long will benefit this goodie. The government needs, nations and economies are built on people, on entrepreneurship mindsets. Entrepreneurs are the ones building economies. And entrepreneurs are the ones powering the economies of nations. But when people don't want to do any work anymore, you don't want to, it's because business requires investment. It requires a lot of focus. It takes human power to power a nation. When nations and governments start seeing that their economy is going down, job reports are going down, guess what? They release resources into the hands of entrepreneurs that know how to build wealth. They'll be begging people to start businesses, begging people. Here is a loan. Here is grant. Here is this. What do you want? Government is not the one to build a business. So they will throw everything they've got. Here in the US, they are throwing everything they've got to stabilize the economy. Trust me when I'm telling you, this is your opportunity to stand up and maximize and use all those things. Just like what I shared with Amir. Many people don't know about these things, but this is what has been going on for generations that people have been using to build wealth. I gave it to you now. You can use it to raise 20 people for a mission trip that will pay you, and then help them apply, right, to these things. And US government will pay this. You win. They pay you for your services. You have enough people to sign up because you've saved them money. And the government is happy because you are part of growing the US economy. Win, win, win. Win, win, win. Because that will help you attract more people. If you can tell them 80% of your travel cost is covered on behalf of the US. Thank you, Uncle Sam. Taxpayer money. That stuff is all over around me. All over. When you see my TV show listen, I don't want to be going that, like my students know this thing. Every government entity that supports international trade, that supports business development, they are the people I've interviewed, I've hosted over the years, all of their contacts. Why? For our community. We have access. But people will stay online and say, come, meanwhile, they too are begging you to give you free information, free education, free support. But because you don't have access, and you don't want to connect to the people who have access, and you're connecting to people who don't have access, And you're prioritizing staying with people who don't have anything to offer you. And then you are complaining and you are dysregulated. And together with them, you are complaining and blaming the same government that have resources to give to you. That's why I say stop that emotional stuff. Stop talking negatively about government, about this, because you manifest lack with that thinking. Because the same government, I'm telling you, in different scripts, that same government, which was it